are graduate students at the University of Waterloo doing a Master's of Digital Experience Innovation, and we're here to discuss the concept of fleeting content, or ephemeral media.
So as Laura mentioned, we're talking about ephemeral media or fleeting media. We are doing it off of this book called Ephemeral Media, which when we first opened it, we were totally confused by what ephemeral media was. But now that I think we've all read the book, we can really say that it is so applicable to the online content that we're constantly putting out there and the online content that we're constantly consuming. And so that's why we thought it was really, a good idea to create this mini-series to talk about why this stuff is really relevant to us.
Yeah, and let's start with talking about the definition of ephemeral. It's basically something that is in the process of transition, so it is short-lived. For example, Facebook status updates. They're constantly being changed or replaced by other important things that people have to say. So as more and more status is updated, your content becomes old or gets
replaced.
Yeah, it gets replaced.
But
exactly.
has it always been that case with media? Just looking back at television and ads, I guess just a few years back when people used to watch ads, you had a captive audience there who had to watch through the entire ad. You had prime time, which was the period in which you had to tune in to catch your latest episodes of your show, or you would miss it.
Yeah, unless somebody taped it for you, then you hang on to it. But
yeah,
in order to watch it, you have to
tune
be
in.
there.
Yeah, and we're not sure. I don't know. Do you guys think that's ephemeral? I don't know if that's ephemeral. You mean it's ephemeral in the fact that it was gone after those 30 seconds, but
there was a copy of it somewhere. I mean, they come out with box set DVDs of old shows all the time.
Yeah.
So somebody's keeping track.
But even if I think about it, I think, so maybe they were both ephemeral. Maybe that 30 seconds was ephemeral, and maybe what we have online is ephemeral. But when I think about what's online, at least they got those 30 seconds. When I write something on Twitter and I tweet about something, sometimes it's only a matter of seconds or milliseconds before someone else has said something else and bumped me off the top.
Yeah.
It's so fast, and it's just seeming to get faster and faster.
Yeah, and you see a lot of, on Twitter especially, people reposting links to their blogs or their videos that they're making just to get more coverage out there, because they know that their tweets are being moved off the feed so quickly now that it's very possible that not everybody who follows them saw it the first time around. In fact, it's expected.
Yeah, and that kind of concept is what led us to these questions that we've been now discussing for a few days, and we wanted to share with you guys is, the more people who contribute online and the more content that's out there, does that make the content online more ephemeral or more fleeting? Does, if I have 10 Facebook friends versus 10,000 Facebook friends, my status update in the on my Facebook where I have 10 friends, it may live at the top for much longer than my Facebook status when I have 10,000 friends.
And then it's lost in an ocean of other people's photos, status updates, whatever else they're posting up there.
Exactly, and then that brings us to the second question. Do people even care that the content has an expiry date? I mean, do people care that, if they tweet something right now or update a status update, that if it might not be there for the next, another 10 minutes or something? So do people care? And if they do, are they going to fight the fact that it's ephemeral, or are they going to accept it and move on with their lives?
Yeah, and I think we have some really great examples that we want to discuss over this mini-series of social media networks or knowledge sharing that they're both accepting and fighting this phenomenon of ephemeral media. And like we said earlier, this idea might have been around for a long time, but it's incredibly applicable to today's world and to our generation, the 3.0 generation, the people who spend all this time creating content and consuming content online.
Exactly. So stay tuned for our next 2 vlogs.
And please comment, let us know what you want to talk about, let us know what you think of this, and we'll be sure to get back to you guys. Thanks.
Thank you.